Hello, everybody. Hello, welcome. Welcome to Live at the London's, direct from the home. You can't see that because I'm in the way.
You're in the way.
Never mind. It says direct from the home office. You'll notice we're in a new venue, and we were last episode too when we had Wayne here, because we're struggling for a bit of room to fit increasingly important people in. And having Wayne was a thrill last episode. And this episode, we're thrilled to have with us James Tait-Jamieson here. Hello, James.
Hello, Londons.
Very nice of you to come.
Hi,
Hello,
guys.
audience.
Join us. And wonderful Kirsten, of
Hi.
course, as well. So welcome, and thanks very much for all your messages. For those of you who've been watching us for a while, we love getting your messages. Got one from California, actually, this time round, which is very exciting. Thank you also very, very much for your contributions to the limerick competition. We've had tons and tons of them, and I'm going to read one or two out shortly. Also, most of all, thank you for your donations to our virtual tip jar. It's immensely gratifying. We've got about sort of 2 gigs, I think, on the horizon at the moment at little cafes. So it's very much uncertain what the future is going to bring in terms of live gigs, but we're very grateful for your help. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to start off with a tune just to get us all in the groove. It's one we've been doing for a long time and we think we know pretty well. And we're going to get James to sing it for us. It's Bobby Troop's good old Route 66. Are we good?
Yes.
Yeah.
One time round?
Yeah.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Well, if you ever plan to motor west, take my way, take the highway, that's the best. Get your kicks on Route 66. Well, it winds from Chicago to LA, more than 2,000 miles all the way. Get your kicks on Route 66. Well, you go through St. Louis and Joplin, Missouri. Oklahoma City looks mighty pretty, you'll see. Old Amarillo, Gallup, New Mexico, Flagstaff, Arizona. Don't forget Winona, Kingman, Barstow, San Bernardino. Won't you get hip to this timely tip? Yeah, when you take that California trip, get your kicks on Route 66. Missouri, Oklahoma City looks mighty pretty, you'll see. Old Amarillo, woo, Gallup, New Mexico, Flagstaff, Arizona, and don't forget Winona, Kingman, Barstow, San Bernardino. Won't you get hip to this timely tip? When you take that California trip, get your kicks on Route 66. Get your kicks on Route 66. Yeah. Get your kicks on Route 66.
Good one, James. Good to have you back.
Oh, good to be back.
Yes, you and your whiskers.
Oh, thanks.
Fantastic. Very
I think that was a compliment.
Yeah, totally. Very distinguished.
Oh, thank you.
Good for a school teacher. Yeah. Are you
Yes.
back teaching?
Yes, I am. Yep, as of Friday, I was back at school.
Great.
And you're off to a good start.
Kids all enthusiastic and happy to be there.
Oh,
and
yeah.
relishing it, and, bringing you apples and
No apples, but they're happy to see their mates and
yeah, I'll bet.
some sense of normality.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Okay, well, look, we have a couple of requests we'd like to do, and one we'd like to do is a song that I wrote a few years ago. It's called "I'd Never Let My Daughter Out with Frank Sinatra," which I wrote one very long winter's night when I had nothing better to do, obviously, than obsess over Frank Sinatra's song lyrics. And this song, consequently, is made up of Frank Sinatra titled songs. So the titles of his hit songs. 25 of them, I think, or maybe 23 with a couple of repeats. He was, of course, a wonderful crooner, great entertainer, but known for not being terribly trustworthy on the domestic front and a bit of a scoundrel with the ladies. So I was figuring that it wouldn't have been great to have him knock at your door to ask your daughter out. So here we are. Just as for Chris and Esther Enor from Rotorua. Good on you guys. I hope you enjoy this. I never let my daughter out with Frank Sinatra. In the key of C, the people's key. 1, 2, 3, 4. As a father, I'd be less than pleased if Frank Sinatra ever sneezed inside my door. Yeah, well, I love his voice, but he could not be worse as a choice of future son-in-law. I regrets I've had a few, but I'd sure get a kick from you if you could give him one from me. That would be swell. He can start spreading the news that he'll be soon learning the blues, 'cause we can get along without him very well. Oh, I wouldn't mind at all if Humphrey Bogart came to call with all of his Rat Pack mates. Yeah, Dean Martin, Sammy Davis, in my view, would be okay vis-a-vis daughter dates. That crooning and that swooning, all that fly me to the mooning, would so soon begin to get under my skin. So I don't care if he makes it in New York or in Sumatra, I'd never let my daughter out with Frank Sinatra. Oh, with Elvis we'd be overjoyed. He's such a good God-fearing boy, though he could eat less pie. And Engelbert could come and flirt, provided he was single, certain rules apply. Yes, and Tony Bennett, please, we love that nice and easy does it, and his heart's in San Francisco anyway. So he'd represent no danger, unlike that certain stranger in the night who won't stop singing night and day. Ah, well, everybody says that's life, but how'd you feel if Mac the Knife came knocking at your door? Or when he's asking for your daughter's hand, backed noisily by Basie's band with Nelson Riddle's score. And if she's smart, she'd run a mile at just the shadow of his smile, and luck might be lady from that moment on. So I don't care if his Chinatown's in or Chinatown. I'm never letting her out with Frank Sinatra. All right, now everybody knows. And if he said, come fly with me, we'd lie awake until the wee small hours of the morning met that foggy day. But it won't happen anyway in Monterey or in Sumatra, 'cause I'd never let my daughter out. What's that doobie-doobie-doo about? I'd never let my daughter out and put that hat on straight, you loud. No matter if he makes it in New York or in Sumatra, I'd never let my daughter out with Frank Sinatra.
Well done.
I was very lucky to get through that, actually, having got the words wrong in the second line, and I nearly lost it.
But you didn't.
No,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
it was
rammed it.
but it was brilliant.
You made
They were even better than the proper words. It was if Frank Sinatra ever sleazed inside my door, are the proper words, but I sang sneezed inside my door.
That's very COVID.
I know, it's very
Yeah,
COVID.
yeah, right.
I've COVIDized the lyrics unintentionally.
Take his temperature at the door.
Yeah. Sorry, Frank, just pop this in for a moment. Okay. Oh, look, now what I would like to do, and I meant to do this at the start, I'm sorry, but I did want to just dedicate this episode to Sue Hodgson. I got a very lovely email from Bob, Sue's husband Bob, who said that Sue, during the lockdown, has been undergoing chemo and radiation therapy, and she's been incredibly stoic and very brave about it all. And so we would like to wish you the best, Sue, for that. I've just been going up to Palmy myself, actually, over the last couple of months with a mate for exactly the same reason. And we had to stop, of course, when the lockdown happened, so his wife and son had to go with him. Yeah, but so thinking of you, Sue, good on you. We'd like to do now. We have done this before. Now this is the first time we've repeated a song over the last 7 episodes, which is pretty good, I think. But we had so many requests for this. I wanted to do it, especially for Francis and Dave Rowell of Foxton Beach, who come to see us occasionally at the Ocean Beach Eatery there, and also our mates Glenn and Ali Williams up in Taupo. Good on you guys. Hope to see you at Whakaipo perhaps on the 27th of June. We have a gig there, Whakaipo Lodge. So this is Emily Bay, just for you guys. And the other reason why, of course, we wanted to do it was because James plays a very beautiful little Irish whistle in it, which gives it a whole sort of a sea shanty and a kind of a folk songy feel that I had in mind when I wrote it. So here we are, just for Francis and Dave, Glenn and Ali. Emily Bay. It's the story of a convict mutiny at the convict prison on Norfolk Island in 1856. So it's a true story, except for some bits I made up. I always say that to get a little cheap laugh. I can't even tell, of course.
I can't tell if they're laughing.
Can't
Are they
tell
laughing?
if I'm even getting one or not.
No.
So thanks for laughing cheaply, you guys. That was.
No, it'll cost you.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Yeah.
It's
But
not that cheap.
it feels good for me. Not that cheap, actually. I see. All right. Johnny was a wild one, got sent down 7 years hard in Sydney town. Tooraloo-ra-loo-ra-loo-ra-lay. Elizabeth cried on the dock, says he, "You're a good girl, Lizzie, don't you wait for me." Tooraloo-ra-loo-ra-loo-ra-lay. Johnny was a thief, he is quicker than some, caught with a bottle of the captain's rum. Blood runs down to the sand on Emily Bay. And the blood runs down to the sand on Emily Bay. Judge said, well, I can turn a hard man round. You can do your time out in Kingston town. Johnny said, well, you can cut a chain for me. I curse your eyes till the day that I'm free. Johnny took 100 till the blood ran black. The chaplain said, that's a dead man's back. Blood runs down to the sand on Emily Bay. And the blood runs down to the sand on Emily Bay. Jackie said, my brother, come along with me. Gonna kill me, a copper been worrying me. Johnny said, well, Jack, I've been a-thinking just the same. They got 3 more before the soldiers came. The commandant said, you're gonna hang this morn. England, sorry that you ever been born. Blood runs down to the sand on Emily Bay. And the blood runs down to the sand on Emily Bay. Johnny was a wild one, got sent down. Never did a year in Kingston town. Elizabeth cried on the day she bred. He was thrown in a hole, not a prayer was said. And on the murderer's bound, you can hear his plea. You're a good girl, Lizzie, don't you wait for me. Blood runs down to the sand on Emily Bay. And the blood runs down to the sand on Emily Bay. And the blood runs down to the sand on Emily Bay. Oh, lovely. Nice to hear that. Nice to hear that whistle back
So
again.
lovely, so
Yeah,
lovely.
it just sounds so much better with that. Beautiful, James.
My pleasure.
Lovely, lovely.
Thank you.
Okay, now what we did last time, if you'll remember, if you were watching, was that we challenged you out there to write a limerick. And this is sort of taken over, I think, from the lockdown isolation blues, which you've just shelved for a little while. And we have lots of limericks, and I was only going to read one, but I've had so many, and so many of them are really good ones, that I'd just like to read you a few, if that's all right. And
people.
they're very creative. They're very literary, our supporters. Oops, not a lot of room in here, got to say. Now, this is for Rachel Jamieson, probably no relation, James.
How's it spelled? Well, that's the
spelled
same
right,
spelling.
Yeah, but there's no Tait-Jamieson.
That's all right.
I'm not sure where
Do you have
Rachel's
Shetland
from.
ancestry, Rachel?
Okay.
You do.
She could have. Yeah. Let us know. Is that where you're from? The Shetlands. Up
Shetland
there?
Islands.
That's the Tait-Jamieson, or the Jamieson
The
side.
Jamieson and the Tait are both from there.
Oh, okay. Oh, right. Oh, you'll be the weather. The cold won't be bothering you then. Okay. The problem, and the first, all of these limericks had to start with this first line: the problem with self-isolation. The problem with self-isolation, there's no one to join conversation. I talk to myself and a wee little elf, now they've put me on strong medication. Good one, Rachel. There you go. Very good. Now this one's from Mary Carlile. The problem with self-isolation triggers hunger in kitchen creations. Whether duck à l'orange or salted caramel blancmange, that's 2 steps to a COVID degustation.
Très bien.
Like that.
Very
Yeah.
fantastic.
Very clever.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, all right. And from just up the road, our mate Simon Burgess sent this one, a nice one, Simon. The problem with self-isolation is avoiding all misinformation. Too much screen time you spend, the fake news never end, and you suffer discombobulation.
I like that.
Exactly.
Yep, very good, very good. And one more, I just want to read one more. This is a really good one from Derek Hay. Good one, Derek. The trouble with self-isolation, when boredom swept over the nation, we got to survive by tuning in to Live at the Londons for sweet inspiration. Good one, mate.
Yeah,
good on
yeah.
you. So that's a little advertisement there. So
I like that.
Yeah, we like that one.
Yeah.
So good on you, mate. Love
Not
it.
biased at all.
No.
Not at all. No. Oh, you get it. That one made the cut straight away.
Yep. Transparent business operation running here.
Totally transparent. Now, what we'd like to do now, we'd like to get James to sing another song. It's a song that I wrote a few years ago, but I got James to sing it when we recorded it, and he did such a great job of it. We always enjoy doing this. It's called "There's a Table Set for Two." It's sort of a swing tune. I wrote it kind of like a Western swing tune, but it's a romantic little song, isn't it? And there's no sarcasm or cynicism or anything in this one, which is unusual for me.
Very unusual.
Yeah. So there's a table set for two. Okay. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
There's a table set for two somewhere tonight. There's a waiter dressed in a vest that's pressed just right. There's a bottle chilled and a salmon grilled and a fire that's warm and bright. And there's a candle lit and a babysitter booked from 8 till a little bit later. There's a shoe to shine, a tie that's still untied. There's a band rehearsing a tune or two just right. Just right for a dance when I take a chance to hold you close and tight. There's a table set for two somewhere tonight. Let's not keep them all waiting, time is ticking by. Let's all get on out, celebrating just me and you. That's a party of two. There's a moon up high in the starlit sky tonight. There's a band rehearsing a verse or two just right. There's a tip to pay, a song they'll play, a dance in which I'll hold you tight. There's a table set for two somewhere tonight. Let's all get on out, celebrate just me and you. That's a party of two. There's a moon up high in the starlit sky tonight. There's a band rehearsing a verse or two just right. Oh, there's a tip to pay, a song they'll play, a dance in which I'll hold you tight. There's a table set for two somewhere, a bottle of French champagne somewhere. There's a table set for two somewhere tonight.
Oh, well, very nice.
Thank you.
You got through. Great. We have had lots and lots of people writing in over the last few weeks telling me not to sing so much and get Kirsten to sing more songs. So we have taken that on board, and we're going to get her to do a song. Now, it's one we recorded a little while ago. It's an old tune, old Dixieland standard, I think. It's called Exactly Like You.
It is, yeah.
It's in the key of C,
Yes.
if you're playing along at the moment, you might be. And it goes like this. Kirsten's going to get some help from her vocal duo, the Kirstenettes.
Ready, boys?
Ready, Kirsten? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
I know why I've waited. I know why I've been blue. Prayed each night for someone exactly like you.
More or less exactly like you.
Why should we spend money on a show or two? No one does those love scenes exactly like you.
More or less exactly like
You
you.
make me feel so grand. I wanna give my world to you. You seem to understand each foolish little dream I'm dreaming, scheme I'm scheming. Now I know I'm taught me to be true.
Taught me to be
She made me for someone exactly like you.
more or less exactly like you.
I know why I've waited. I know why I've been blue. Prayed each night for someone exactly like you.
More or less exactly like you.
Why should we spend money on a show or two? No one does those love scenes exactly like you.
More or less exactly
You
like you.
make me feel so grand. I wanna give my world to you. You seem to understand each foolish little dream I'm dreaming, scheme I'm scheming. Now I know I'm taught me to be true.
Taught me to be
She made me for someone exactly like you.
more or less exactly like you.
She meant me for someone exactly like you. Like you. Well done, boys.
Nice one, Kirsten.
Lovely, lovely. Okay, exactly like you. Now it is time for, and this will be a big surprise to James because he hasn't done this with us before. This is a section we call Roll on the Floor Laughing.
Okay.
Yeah, no, you don't have to do anything. You just stay
Stay
where
where
you
I
are.
am. Stay where I am.
We actually haven't rolled on the floor.
No one has
laughing
actually.
yet.
No one. No, but the purpose of the exercise is to get Kirsten rolling on the floor laughing. What I do is I get you to send in jokes, which you've been really, really good at, I have to say. There's lots coming in all the time. And then I select the ones which I think that Kirsten will like and that I think are the funniest, and she has to mark them out of 10. And we got a couple of 8s last time. We had a
You
couple
can
of
help
really
me,
funny
James.
ones.
You
You
can
can. I think conferring could be okay.
helpful? Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
because you conferred a bit with Wayne last
did,
time.
yes.
So the judges will allow you to confer.
Okay.
Well, no, you're the judge, aren't you? Yeah, no. So you confer with whoever you like.
You can confer with yourself.
Confer with
you go.
yourself and with James.
Yes.
All right. Okay. All my socks have holes. Darn them.
Oh, God.
She liked it. She liked that one. She liked that one. That was all the way from my friend, my Steve Abrahams in Ben Lomond, California, sent that one in. That's an American joke.
I like
You
that.
liked that, didn't you? I know why you liked it, because you didn't see it coming. It sprung on you really quickly.
It's a dad joke.
It is.
Yeah, I've got a suspicion they might all be dad jokes, actually. What did you think of that?
Oh,
What
I
did you
like
give
that. I went straight for a 6.
Straight for
Straight
6.
for
Oh,
a
it's not
6,
bad.
yeah.
Not bad.
Solid
Even
6.
Solid 6.
7,
That's a good. That's the best. Almost a 7. Okay, almost a 6 to 7, Steve.
I like
Thank
that.
you. That's good effort. You know, we've started strong. Here we go. You ready?
Okay.
My daughter asked me for a pet spider for her birthday, so I went to the local pet shop, and they were $70. Blow this! I thought I can get one cheaper off the web. James,
I like that one.
James,
That's a 6 from me.
Yeah.
what do you think?
5.
5. Okay.
okay.
All right. This is a new thing, having 2 judges.
Yes.
And, that's good. I think
It's
that's a
good.
good
It's
thing.
very good.
Yeah, it is. It's probably better, actually.
Who was that one from?
I don't remember. I'm sorry.
Okay.
No, I don't know. I don't know who said that one. Okay, number 3. You ready?
Mm.
My boss offered me a transfer to our office in Seoul. I was hesitant at first, but then I thought it might be a good career move.
Damn, that went right over my head. Can you read that one again? Sorry, I'm just a bit slow.
My boss offered me a transfer to our office in Seoul.
Yeah.
I thought it would be a good career move.
Oh, so it's like Korean
okay.
move.
Career?
I think your Korea move. Yeah,
got
I'm
it.
sorry.
Got it.
Maybe it was the delivery.
Okay.
Maybe you need to read that one and see.
Great joke. Poor delivery. I
It's
get
very
it.
clever.
I
It's very
get
clever.
it.
Could be a bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, bit obscure that one. Yeah, it would have been a giveaway if you'd seen it written, though,
Yeah.
wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, you like this one. This is really good. Just got back from my mate's funeral. He died after being hit on the head with a tennis ball. It was a lovely service.
Woo! Dark humour. We all like gallows humour, it would appear.
What a good one, eh?
Ouch.
What do you think?
That's an 8.
That's an 8, yeah. I
Oh,
thought
that
that was.
got
Oh,
an 8,
I'm so glad. I'm so glad that because I really lost a lot of confidence with that last one. I'm sorry. Yeah, I thought that was good. Yeah, I really bombed with that one, didn't I? I'm glad I rallied at the end. And
You
yeah.
see what you did there?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
rallied.
I rallied.
Bomb.
Love it. Okay. Okay. Well, that was roll on the floor laughing. Yeah. I think it got an 8 and a 0. Okay.
Well, I don't think it was the joke so much as the delivery.
Yeah,
you
no,
know.
I understand.
Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll
Like
take.
we should have held that one up to the screen,
Yeah.
and they could have read
I
it
never
themselves.
I never thought
and
of
they would
that.
have laughed harder. Would have got
Yeah,
a higher score.
Yeah.
Yeah. And especially if I'd done that and hadn't shown either of you, and you'd
That's
still
right.
go, huh? But
Yeah,
everyone
yeah.
at home could see exactly what was funny, and they'd be thinking,
Yeah.
those two are really dumb.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, but it's a live show, so
But yeah,
that happened, and we can't undo that.
and they're probably thinking, what sort of an idiot would read out a joke like that? You can't tell it's funny without looking at it. Okay,
Yeah.
moving on.
please.
And we'd like to do this next song just for Bill and Sandra Thurston. I think we met Bill and Sandra on a cruise ship. You might remember them. I think it was the one around New Zealand.
Oh, that was a good one.
It was a good one, yeah. And this is a song all about travelling, actually. It's all about travelling, specifically touring all around the country and staying in motels. And it's a sort of a montage of experiences we've had in motels, travelling around the country in New Zealand over the years. Okay? Hello, here's your key. You're early. Oh well. So you come from way up north. Is that right? Yeah, thought so, I can tell. Looks as if there's 3 of you. Your agent should have said, I've only got 1 unit left. Yeah, there's just the double bed. Do you want some milk? Blue or green? I'll give you that for free. Ah, but the heater's on a timer. Yeah, it goes off at 3:30. My wife and I live right next door, so if you have to, ring the bell. It's all part of the service of this concrete block motel. I've been here nearly 20 years and seen the likes of you. You think attending to your needs is all I've got to do. I think it's only fair that I should share my private hell. The welcome mat is waiting at my concrete block motel. Now if you want to do some cooking, can you pull the blinds away? We had somebody splashing curry on them only yesterday. Check-out time's at 10 a.m, so when you're leaving, don't be slow. There's no one booked till April, but we got our rules, you know. Yes, of course we got the internet. It's $10 for an hour. We got this wireless Broadway thing, and of course it takes a lot of power. But if you stand up on the fridge, you'll get the signal really well. And that's all part of the service too at this concrete block motel. I've been here nearly 20 years and seen the likes of you. You think attending to your your needs is all I've got to do. I think it's only fair that I should share my private hell with every lucky traveler at my concrete block motel. Of course there is no smoking, but it is alright to drink, and the shower works okay, although the pressure's on the blink. So she does tend to dribble out rather slow. Oh, and that's right, the nozzle doesn't quite fit. So if you want to actually get wet, yes, I suppose you might have to run around a bit. Well, hold on, we do have another room. Goodness me, how could I be so dumb? It used to belong to a bloke called Bates, who lived here with his mum. I think it's reasonably clean and will only charge you half. There's some holes in the shower curtain and some stains around the bath. I've been here nearly 20 years, seen the likes of you. You think attending to your needs is all I've got to do. I think it's only fair I should share my private hell with every lucky traveler at my concrete block motel. The welcome mat is waiting at my concrete block motel. Oh, lovely to hear the melodica again, James.
Yes, it still sounds the same, doesn't it?
It does. Yes, no getting away from that. Okay.
Excellent.
What we thought we might do now is do a song that we hardly ever do, but it's a real ripper for the Irish whistle. It's an Irish song called Whiskey in a Jar. It's been recorded by lots of people. It's a real traditional tune, I think, over there. And lots of Irish bands do it, and I don't need that, do I? No, of course not.
No, you don't.
No, right.
It's a sort
Whiskey
of
in the Jar.
Dancing, drinking song.
It certainly is, isn't it? So open a bottle of something, put on your dancing shoes, and rip into this.
Don't worry if it's 9 in the morning, whenever you're watching this.
Lots of people watch us sometimes in the bath.
Really?
And in bed.
Okay.
And one couple sent a message in and said, we really enjoy sitting up in bed watching you guys. It's just like having you here with us.
Right. Good.
1, 2, 3. As I was going over the far-flung Kerry Mountains, I met with Captain Farrell and his money he was counting. I first produced my pistol, I then produced my rapier, said stand and deliver, you are my bold deceiver, mushroom ring, ba-doo-dum-a-dar. Whack for the daddy-o, whack for the daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. Well, I counted out my money, and it was a pretty penny. I put it in my pocket, and I took it home to Jenny. She sighed and she swore that she never would betray me. But the devil take the women, 'cause they are not always easy. Mush, ring, dum-a-doo-dum-a-dar. Whack for the daddy-o, whack for the daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. Come on, James. All right, yeah. went into my chamber, all for to have a slumber. Dreamed of gold and jewels, to be sure it is no wonder. But Jenny took my charges, she filled them up with water. Then she called on Captain Farrell to be ready for the slaughter. Mushroom ring dum-a-doo dum-a-da. Whack for the daddy-o, whack for the daddy-o, and a ski in the jar. 'Twas early in the morning, before I rose to travel. Up comes a band of footmen, and with them Captain Farrell. I first produced my pistol, 'cause she stole away my rapier. But I couldn't shoot the charges, so a prisoner I was taken. Mushroom ring dum-a-doo dum-a-dar. Whack for the daddy-o, whack for the daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. All right, James, what have you got there? If anyone can aid me, it's my brother in the army. If I could learn his station up in Cork or in Killarney, together we'd go roving up in Cork or in Kilkenny. And I'm Betty, treat me fair, my darling Spartan Jenny, my shirring dum-a-doo dum-a-dar. Whack for the daddy-o, whack for the daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. Mushroom ring dum-a-doo dum-a-dar. Whack for the daddy-o, whack for the daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. Mushroom ring dum-a-doo dum-a-dar. Whack for the daddy-o, whack for the daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. Be sure. Hope you enjoyed that, you guys. And we're grateful to you for tuning in and continuing to listen to us. And we're very grateful to James for coming down from Palmerston North today, this morning, to record.
My pleasure.
With us.
Thank you.
Thank you so much,
Thanks
mate.
for the invite.
Absolute pleasure. Lovely to hear you play again and to sing some three-part things with you. Thanks very much, folks, for all your messages and your limericks. But most of all for your very, very kind donations to our virtual tip jar. Details on how you can do that are on the front page of my website, andrewlondon.co.nz. And we hope very much to be able to see you in the next episode, which of course will be episode 8. We'll have one or two people we could get in. We'll ask around, see if we can get another special guest to come and join us. We'll stick with that first opening line for the limericks because it's so good, Susan's opening line, which was the trouble with self-isolation. I think it's really good. We'll stick with that one for now. Send us some more, and we'll read a selection out next time. And some jokes, please, but no jokes with Korea in them because they have to be reasonably straightforward because I can't deliver them with in a convincing manner. Okay, thank you very much. All the very best. Stay safe. See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.